Hello students. So today we are going to discuss one of the important law of polarization of light, that is known as Malus law. So already you know that in unpolarized light the vibrations of electric field vector are distributed in all the directions, but in plane polarized light these vibrations are restricted to only one direction. So today we are going to learn about what is Malus law. So according to this Malus law, the intensity of unpolarized light after passing through the first polarizer will become how much? I naught divided by 2. So what is I naught? I naught is the intensity of the incident unpolarized light. That means the light which is incident on the first polarizer. So what is a polarizer? Polarizer is basically a crystal through which if the unpolarized light passes, then the vibrations will be restricted to only one direction. So this you can assume to be a filter which will restrict the vibrations of the unpolarized light into only one direction. So what will happen after passing through the first polarizer? The intensity of the unpolarized light will become I naught divided by 2. That means half of the intensity. Again, after passing through the second polarizer, what will happen? The intensity of the light will become I naught divided by 2 cos square phi. So what is I naught divided by 2? It is the intensity of the light that is incident on the second polarizer, and phi is the angle between the two axes of the first polarizer and the second polarizer. So this is the Malus law. So now let's try to understand Malus law in details. So I have drawn a diagram here. So you can see in the diagram that these are unpolarized light. So what is unpolarized light? The vibrations are distributed in all the directions. So we have taken only two directions. This double arrow shows the vibrations upward and downward, and this dot will represent the vibrations inward and outward. So this unpolarized light is having an intensity how much? I naught. P1 is the first polarizer. So after passing through the first polarizer, the intensity will become how much? According to Malus law, it will become I naught divided by 2. Again, after passing through the second polarizer, the intensity will become I naught divided by 2 cos square phi. So this is the phi. As you can see in the diagram, this is the angle between the axis of first polarizer P1 and the axis of the second polarizer P2. So the angle between these two axes is given by phi. So here you have to remember one important point, that this I naught divided by 2 is not the intensity of the original unpolarized light. This I naught divided by 2 is the intensity of that light which is incident on the second polarizer. So the second polarizer is also known as analyzer. Now how the polarizer is made up of? Polarizer is made up of calcite crystal. Commonly used polarizer are known as nickel prism, that you can see in your textbook. So again I am discussing this one. I naught is the intensity of the original unpolarized light. After passing through the first polarizer, the intensity of light will reduce to half of the original intensity. Now after passing through the second polarizer, the intensity will further decrease by I naught divided by 2 cos square phi. So what is I naught by 2? It is the intensity of that light which is incident on the second polarizer. And what is phi? Phi is the angle between the two axes of first polarizer and the second polarizer. So in the numerical you will get the value of phi, and you have to calculate I net. You have to find out this value. So by putting the value of phi, you can easily calculate the resultant intensity of light. Now one simple question I am like to discuss on this topic. So this is the question given to you, that there is an unpolarized light. It is incident on first polarizer P1. So after passing through this polarizer, say suppose here the intensity of light is I naught. So here what will happen to the intensity? It will become I naught divided by 2 according to Malus law. Now when it becomes incident to the second polarizer P2, now this second polarizer is lying over the axis. So what is the angle between the two axes of first polarizer and second polarizer? As you can see that this is a vertical axis and this one is a horizontal axis. So what will be the angle? This is the vertical axis and this is the horizontal axis. So what is the angle between these two? So that is 90 degree. So according to Malus law, what will be the intensity? So the intensity will become I naught divided by 2 cos square. Now what is the angle between the two axes? That is simply 90 degree. And all of you know that 90 cos 90 is how much? 0. So intensity will become 0. And this is a special case of polarizer, and it is known as the crossed polarizer. So what is a crossed polarizer? Crossed means the first polarizer will be vertical and second polarizer will be horizontal. The angle between these two polarizer is how much? 90 degree. So resultant intensity of light will become how much? 0. So I hope you have understood this question. Thank you all of you.